Welcome back. In this week's episode, I want to share with you the strategies that help women entrepreneurs come through uncertain times more strategically. Let's talk about what uncertain times can bring up in a woman, especially. So many of us have gone through challenges like setbacks, mentally, emotionally, physically, right? And when things don't go our way, the first thing we tend to do is lean into keeping ourselves safe. But what happens on this journey of entrepreneurship is we will face unique challenges and they will bring up chaotic times, be it emotionally, physically, mentally, environmentally. And so it's a good thing to do to prepare yourself for the worst as you would prepare for your best. Now, I used to be a rookie at being an entrepreneur. Just like you, I used to be a service provider that turned entrepreneur overnight and had no idea how to be an entrepreneur. And there was a steep learning curve to being someone that could lead others, not just in my client interactions, rather teams, the business, and also had to learn to lead myself to be able to crush my goals. So there was a steep learning curve, and that brought on a lot of uncertainty within me within the first 5 years, right? Now, if you're more experienced than that, this can happen at every 7-year cycle of your business maturing and evolving. And this journey is all about evolution. So just like you are a living organism, so is your business, so are your relationships. And anything you put your life force into is going to need you to evolve, because your business, your income, your relationship status, your health is all a result that is coming through you. So if you want better results, which we all do, and we need to keep learning to navigate those times of uncertainty, which are also times of great change, and come up with new strategies to develop the skills to keep graduating from the uncertainty. Now, what I have learned about myself through this journey of transformation is that to be able to succeed, and success in entrepreneurship means long-term success. So we're not looking for 90-day results. We're not looking for just our next client. We're not looking for just to get by this year. We're actually trying to create a long-standing brand. And along with that, we're believing that we are also going to be a world-class leader in whatever we're doing. And therefore, our strategies need to develop us as individuals that can handle more and more complexity in our lives. So that's why I created the 7-step methodology, the SMF. It's a formula which takes you from uncertainty to certainty. Uncertainty to being unstoppable, to be this person who chooses to evolve whenever a problem arises. Because on the journey of entrepreneurship, we have to know and remember that this journey is not about just climbing that one mountain. It's a series of mountains we're climbing because it's a part of our lifestyle. It's a part of who we are, and it's because of the reason is that we are trying to serve other people. So it's a really big shift from being just there for ourselves and trying to do something for ourselves to actually becoming someone that wants to serve others and be that person that others can come to and rely on. And to be a reliable source, we need to be uncompromising with the level of uncertainty we face, that we become uncompromisingly unstoppable to always decide to overcome whatever we're facing as they happen. And there's a formula to it. The formula is all about having brilliant strategies in place for the times that are going to come, regardless of what part of the journey you're on. It's going to come, because this life is all about growth. And growth is not an action. Growth is an outcome of what we choose to do when challenges arise, right? So let me get started with just firstly sharing with you that I've been there, and I'm going to be always there on this journey, because I've decided, just like you, to be an entrepreneur, to serve others. And I have given my life to serving others, helping others grow, and that is you. And this is coming from decades of investing on my journey to learn how to become this sort of a person. I wasn't born like this. In fact, I went through a lot of hardship in the comfort zone that I was in, because I was following a certain pathway that was given to me from my birth family. And then I had to come out of that bubble, that narrative that I was in, to claim the next phase of my life, which was free of disease, free of problems, free of the problems that were keeping me hidden, problems that were keeping me numb. And you wouldn't recognize me as the person that I am today from who I used to be. I was never the person that put my hand up to help someone, because I just didn't have that capacity within me. To then wanting to help myself first, because I had to. I didn't have good health. I didn't have good financial skills. I didn't have any sense of who I was. And investing in myself to find the way, to climb the mountain and go across again, and then bring it to the people, to create a whole new narrative for myself. It took me time, and that's what I've created as a formula, because in that formula I found the stories of greats, the greats that have created certainty for themselves in the times of great uncertainty by choosing to be someone that evolves through uncertainty. And anytime you want some change in your life, it is going to bring uncertain times, because that means you're going to learn. You're going to learn some new things about what it is that you are going to experience, plus yourself, and then you're going to take action that's going to help you grow. The growth will be an outcome, and then from there you're going to be able to make the contributions that you're here to make. So here are some strategies that might come in handy for your journey, because I know it did for me, and this is what we share in our community now. So strategy number 1 is surround yourself with the people that are going to support you. Now, a supportive community goes hand in hand with you navigating uncertain times with others just like you, and allowing yourself to be influenced by others that have done it, right? Others that have got the results, or others that can guide you, etc., etc. So one thing that I would recommend not to do is, this can happen if you're a part of communities that you have enrolled into and you are making friends, but then you realize actually this friend and you are at the same level, especially if you're in an entrepreneurial community. There is no such thing as same level. The reason is entrepreneurship is like a unique thing. What you need to surround yourself with are people that can guide you, give you meaningful advice, and then the rest, like your buddies, your peers, The peers are the ones that are going to be around you to remind you that you are also doing it. You're not alone. But they're not the people to get advice from. They're not the people to, they're not responsible for you having the right mindset. They're doing the same growth journey as you. They've taken it on, but they're not the people you seek advice from. Cool? So choose your mentors and coaches. Invest in yourself by choosing the right people, and bring yourself to surround yourself with the right group of people that will help you see your path more clearly. So that's number one. Build that network that will help you achieve your goals faster. Strategy number 2, invest in your professional development. And what this means is, look, when you want to create an experience for other people, especially being an expert turned entrepreneur, you're now going to create an experience for your customers, or you are creating customer experiences. And, don't waste time in trying to figure it out by yourself. Go and get skilled up. Learn marketing, learn sales, and learn how to package your program that actually speaks volumes about what you have to offer to the ideal customers that are going to work with you. Right? You're not here for everybody. You're here for certain people that will be happily wanting your service to work with you. So many expert entrepreneurs, they obsess about converting people's belief systems and trying to convince others to believe in them. But that's just a projection of their own thoughts, right? We're not here to convince anybody. We are already working with people that have the need for our services. So it is just a matter of developing your professional skills to be able to be in the business that you've chosen to be as a successful entrepreneur. Now that might mean you'll invest something for a period of time to develop that skill, and then guess what? You'll be higher skilled, and that means you bring in more income. So this is something that's going to help you overcome that uncertainty that might be hovering over you about whether you'll be successful or not. Go and solve that with some professional development. Strategy number 3 is stay agile and adaptable. And what this means is be open to learning about apps, software, and technological advances, or something new in your industry. Be open to learning about them and using them to be able to move with the times. Have you started using AI in your business yet? Allow yourself to choose to learn about these things and stay agile and adaptable to new changes that are actually going to make a lot of difference in your life instead of being afraid of them. How many times have you heard those people say, oh, I'm not a tech person, I'm not an email person, I'm not a Facebook person? Well, challenge that thought and choose to be an adaptable person. And an adaptable person is curious in nature, and they'll ask more questions and then choose what's really a fit for them. So adaptability will actually see that you will come up with different solutions for a problem that a lot of people will only find one solution to. And in your business, in your entrepreneurship journey, you will need this skill. You will need to be that person that is agile, can brainstorm and learn how to look things up and use the smartest things to make it quicker and easier for themselves. And this in itself brings about a certain level of certainty that you'll figure it out. You know, if you have it in your nature, or you demand it from yourself to be agile and adaptable, to just go, you know what, I am not sure at the moment, but I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to find what's in it for me, right? Or what's around the corner from here. And you're more agile to go and look for it instead of sitting frozen and saying other things to yourself. We're living through some fast-paced times. I was watching this documentary on the AI developments and how quickly, within a period of 6 months, it has become the norm for pretty much all online entrepreneurs. And if you're an online entrepreneur yourself and you're not using AI, then you're very slow, right? You need to use it. You need to know it for yourself to be able to say, yes, this is for me. Yes, that is not for me, right? You've got to be willing to learn, and that's a part of your character, and that's a strategy you will choose for yourself. So being averse to change will bring on more uncertainty, because while you are trying to create certainty through not doing anything, the worst thing you will do in that situation is find out about something that could help you and say no, right? Choosing a strategy that can help you move through uncertain times faster is a choice that you'll make. Strategy number 4 is embrace your strengths and use them to your advantage. So many times when uncertain times come, we forget what we're truly made of, isn't it? So in those times, you might forget what you already know. So a strategy that I love to remind myself to use when I'm uncertain, when I'm feeling nervous, when I'm feeling really scared, I make a list of all the things I know already, right? So I lean into my strengths, my already existing knowledge, and I ask myself, what am I afraid of here? Why don't I think I can use this? So that's another way you need to approach it, that you might think that you don't know much, but I'm telling you, you probably don't recognize how much you already know, even though times might feel uncertain. And don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to share them. You never know who you might help. Here is the last one that I want to share with you that is a fundamental cornerstone of what we teach at our academy. The empowerment journey for all women in entrepreneurship and men, but we're really here for the women, is self-care. You must remember self-care. Now, self-care can look very different for different people. But most of the times, in uncertain times, what you tend to forget is how to look after yourself. Sometimes a lot can be lost just because you lost yourself. So self-care starts with good sleep, a little bit of movement, hydration, and nutritious food. If you can maintain those 4 things on the regular, you'll be doing 80% better than most people. So good sleep may be a challenge for you, and this is pretty simple for everybody that's in the entrepreneurship journey to decide to build a lifestyle that can help you maintain your basic essential needs of self-care. You are using a body that's going through this experience with you. Now, in our empowerment journey, the Empowered You methodology, I share Ayurvedic principles. I share Ayurvedic self-care routines with women to help them realize that they've got more control than they think. And these habits are so microscopic habits that make a whole lot of difference to having better sleep, performing better, having more focus, as well as bandwidth for the day and the challenges that it brings. Now, body aside, you've got other needs in your life, such as, especially in the physical realm, you may need to look at what are your needs around the house, what are your needs around housework, what are your needs around childcare, or family care, right? You need to make a plan for your self-care that can help you and support you through this part of your journey where things don't feel so stable. So you must give yourself the support of a good self-care plan just through the times that you're going through. And sometimes it can look like that you don't do as many hours of something that can help you focus on navigating this part of the journey with more of you in it, right? Because we only get so much, we only get 100%. And if our attention is divided up into that many areas, then we will have to bring ourselves into the areas that really must get us for certain periods of time that don't feel so certain. Now the world is changing at seconds at a time, right? Change is the only guarantee that we all have. Change can be good and it can feel uncomfortable and scary. Women, especially in their entrepreneurship journey, need to support themselves with these resourceful strategies so that they can continue to grow in their business, in their life, in their relationships, and of course, grow their personal confidence on the journey of entrepreneurship. I hope you got tons of value out of this one. If you feel like you would like to chat with somebody, do feel free to send me an email or drop a message, and let's get talking about how you can support yourself with maybe a coach or a mentor, or just a conversation about what could be possible for you to do next on your journey with where you're at and what sort of uncertainty you might be facing on this journey of entrepreneurship. I'd love to hear from you, and until the next one, take care. Shall see you next time.